Off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute...
And now off to the races down the right side.
If you were me,
and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 58 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On second and very short, Murray. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Shotgun now for Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Murray now on 1st down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Touchdown! Kyler Murray with a touchdown throw to DeAndre Hopkins. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 14-7. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
With the accuracy.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Touchdown, man.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Jackson going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 38 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to
let it go.
By the Ravens.
Yeah.
Return this one to the 30-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic.
Man, we
no
get
matter what
hard
you're
out
playing,
there,
in this
man.
case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch.
He spun
Well, it's
into
after
that.
you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake in the ball
bad throw.
and knock it free.
Gave it back.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. There he goes, right side. 20.
He ain't glitch me.
And they will score. It's a pick six. The Cardinals touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end
It's
zone.
okay. We're going to get that
For
back.
the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
We're going to get that back, man. Good job, coach.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Duvernay now going to bring it out.
Get off him.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
2 minutes, we're going to get down here and go get that back.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
Same look.
It's complete to Brown, right side.
Same look.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
2 yards.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Rack it up.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Cards going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Oh, don't do that.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight. right as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't it?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. They'll try to run with Dobbins.
Touch it.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll try to run with Dobbins.
Get that.
Oh, boy,
Yes, sir.
this time he is in.
That's okay. We're going to earn that.
J.K. Dobbins
We're going to get it.
in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
You always won, man. We want that back.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kicks away.
We want that back.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Nah.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Terrific running there to start the drive as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Nice satisfying run up first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
They go play action now. Jackson. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it.
Oh. Stay up. What? You don't shoot the whole squad.
Across the opposite 40. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 111 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They'll run here with Freeman.
Good enough. Chucked him. Little Freeman. Got a little power on him too.
Defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back.
Muscle up in there.
Ravens touchdown.
Got too little.
J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Gathered himself and put his head down.
Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Shut everything down.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
From the 29, Murray.
Don't do it.
Steps away to his left.
He better run. He better run.
Gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He'll try and run for O'Connor, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
Fumble, too.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Connor. Escapes the defender. Oh, and now some space to operate. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown. James Conner, his second touchdown of the night. Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Set at the line for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins. He gets away from one.
My man wearing hard too.
As he's inside the 40. 129 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better really as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Excellent work by Marcus Golden shooting into the backfield for the stop. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Hands off complete to Dobbins. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it'll be a third and about 13.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
He got more than what he was supposed to have,
the 30 down to the 25.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Dobbins trying the left side. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Jackson.
Get up off him. Truck number 58, man.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown.
Truck that boy 58.
And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Yeah, because, you know, my boy Hopkins, you know what I'm saying, PEDs and stuff.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
What you expect, though? Yeah, I mean, he recovering from an injury, man. From seeing an injury, what you expect. But he ain't nothing like he was when he was for the Texans, you know what I'm saying? He was hurt.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the points they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
That's big.
Now a desperation throw deep
they didn't give it to me. They didn't give it to me. Do it,
That
man.
would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Murray to throw.
Do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. I'm playing center field.
It's picked up by the Ravens.
I'm playing center field, man. I'm telling you.
And they were
fumbled twice.
Get the score and get this
He ain't never been hit that hard.
How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean,
He got hit hard the first time and hit hard that time. Yeah. Quit. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we do to boys.